Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury. Welcome to my channel. It's my daily vlog, so whatever I'm up to is what you're gonna see here. And it's actually time for yet another book review. I got through another book really quickly. So I just finished reading Stephen King's Elevation. So this was one of these shorter books. I guess maybe you would call it a novella. I'm not quite sure where the line is drawn between a novel and a novella. This was definitely one of his shorter books that I have read. So part of why I got through it so quickly. It was an entertaining read. Not my favorite Stephen King. Not as developed of a universe, and the explanations weren't as strong as in some of the other books. But I mean, still an entertaining story. Absolutely. So this is another book that I went into not really knowing much about. So I find a lot of the things that I read on Goodreads, and sometimes authors have contests where it's like they write a new book and they want to get it out, so they give away books. And that was how I first heard about this book, and I put it on my want to read list. I did not win it. It was not free. I did take it out from the library, so it was free in that regard. But that was how it first came onto my radar. So, I didn't know much about it other than how it was described on the back. And this turned into another book with identity affirming messages. So, I didn't intend to be reading these books for Pride, but it just so happened that in June I ended up finishing and then starting and finishing another book that both had identity affirming messages. So, interesting twist of fate that worked out nicely. So, Elevation is sort of like a twofold thing. There's the strange, mysterious thing that Stephen King does where there's something not like slightly otherworldly going on. And then there's this other message about people and their interactions with each other. So the otherworldly aspect of this book is about a man who lives in Maine, who physically, his appearance remains the same, but he is losing weight. And he is losing weight faster and faster and faster. So he still looks like his normal self on the outside, but he is progressively losing, at first like a pound a day, then it starts increasing to 1 to 2 pounds a day. So he looks the same on the outside, and he just continues to get lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And what does that mean? And what does that do? And what does that look like? The other thing is, if you come into physical contact with him, you instantly lose your weight. Weird, right? Like you would become weightless, like you were in space and floating, like floating like that. But yeah, like really interesting and strange concept. So that was like the otherworldly aspect to this book. The societal and, interpersonal connections in the book were focused around this person who is, progressively getting lighter, and his friendship with a doctor named Dr. Bob. And then there is a lesbian couple who owns a restaurant in town, and he becomes friends with them. And it is about their relationship together and how some of his actions as an ally help the restaurant owners incorporate into the town and have a thriving business. So it's like this dual story that perfectly interlock and intermingle. It's so short that there's a richness that I felt I wanted more. I wanted more development in that. And by the nature of it being a shorter, novella type of a story, I didn't get that. And I didn't need it to be a massive change. I didn't need it to be, it is like 1,000 pages. It is a huge Stephen King book. I didn't need it to be that. But I needed this to be a little bit more. Like, in the sense that The Green Mile is a series of novellas, this could have been expanded into something similar to that. There's more I wanted to explore in both the friendships and in the otherworldliness. I wanted more on both, and it could have definitely been expanded to a second or third novella and explored that even further. So yeah, I liked it. I definitely did. Otherwise, I wouldn't want more. But I did want more. I did want more. Yeah, and it's not even a situation where there could be a sequel, because it was wrapped up with a neat little bow. It ended appropriately, so it's not even that you could do a sequel to it. It's not that type of a thing. It's that in the meat and potatoes of it, so to say. I wanted more. I wanted more. So that is my thought on Stephen King's Elevation. So take that as you will. But yeah, overall I found it enjoyable, but just wanted more of it. Wanted to get into it a bit more. So with that, I am done, and I will see you all tomorrow. And until then, stay inspired by everyone. Take care.